Hello and welcome to the Data Break Podcast, episode 59 for the week of July 10th, 2016. I'm your host, James Lee, and with me today we have Taylor Kelsey.
Hello.
Hi, Taylor. And
Hi.
we have Max Lee.
Hello.
No relation.
Yes.
Wow, it has been
How
way too long.
How long has it been?
I don't want to think about
3
it.
weeks, maybe?
3 weeks? 3 weeks sounds about right.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
it
It doesn't sound that long, but like,
It does
felt
for a
longer.
podcast.
yeah, like I feel I haven't podcasted in ages.
How many
It's
podcasts
just-
you doing that put out a new episode every 3 weeks?
Oh man.
You
that
don't know them
sucks.
because you forget about them.
Yeah.
You know, I used to listen to the Maximum PC No BS podcast, and they used to do it pretty regularly. And then, like, the thing about like these publications is that they seem to bring in and out talent all the time. So you get new people coming in and out all the time. So, like, you know, when the person who takes care of the podcast quits and then does something else, and then they get a news person in, you know, they have to like teach them how to use a podcast. And it's,
Yeah.
So like I ended up waiting like months for podcasts. It was nuts.
It's weird. It's like, why even do it if you're just like, oh yeah, I guess we should have someone do that podcast.
Yeah.
Then we stopped.
Yeah.
Because it's different people all the time.
Yeah. So because we've had such a long time away, but we have a lot to talk about, and we don't have too much time, but I want to get the big news out of the way first, right? So first one, I guess, yes, I think this is the biggest one because it's I mean, at least it's recent, but it's really big. Guys, do you guys play games on your phone?
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
What kind of games do you play?
Hearthstone.
Hearthstone?
Not
Hearthstone.
recently. I'd like to announce I've quit Hearthstone since Overwatch came out.
That's good. I've quit. I've similarly quit CS:GO. So
Yeah, and then Threes is another game I play.
okay.
That's
Down
about it.
well? Do you
And
play down well
Pokemon-
on your phone?
I did. It's still downloaded, so I technically
Okay.
have the.
Okay.
And also Pokemon Go.
Pokemon Go. So on, I want to say Tuesday or Wednesday this week, Pokemon Go released, and servers were nuts for the first 24 hours, if not more. Were you guys able to get in on the first day?
I don't think I've downloaded the first night, so.
Okay.
I
still had
haven't tried
issues.
it at all.
Okay.
I haven't tried it
okay.
at all, huh?
Okay, so I'll talk. I guess we'll talk. We'll compare experiences because we live in different places, and it's very interesting. So, Taylor, why don't you explain Pokemon Go, real quick?
It's augmented reality game by Niantic, which the same people made Ingress.
Ingress is a
Which-
popular.
Popular augmented reality phone game, where you walk around the world and different landmarks and like memorial statues, shit like that, just kind of random landmarks in the world. Different events happens, like you can get Pokeballs or find Pokemon, just kind of randomly walking throughout the world. The real world. When I say the world, it sounds like I'm talking about a video game, but
Yeah.
when you walk throughout the city or the state or whatever,
Global. It's global.
and your phone, and your phone vibrates and it's see a Pokemon, you click on it, and then you have to use the camera on your phone to look around and try and find the Pokemon and throw a Pokeball at it and catch it.
Yes. Very simple,
Very, very, very simple.
but insanely popular. Insanely.
Yeah,
popular.
it's a cultural milestone that like no way anyone could have predicted.
No, absolutely not. If you think about it, well, Max, go ahead.
Well, I mean, the fact that it's Pokemon, shouldn't that be reason enough? Because the predecessor, Ingress, is nowhere near as popular.
I'm not sure how that's true, but I'm not sure how
Even if-
popular.
Like it's like fucking. You just go to places and you see like 20 people just standing outside staring at their phones because it's one of the monuments you're supposed to go to.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
that kind of stuff. That's just.
It's so surreal.
Yeah.
I actually literally just came back from catching some. So I live in a small town, right? So it's kind of interesting. So and on my way back from my haircut today, I saw like probably a good 24 people just wandering around the front of the memorial state, like the city memorial area, the town's little town hall thing. Right, and you just see a ton of people just randomly wandering with their phones
Staring at their
out,
phones,
staring at their phone, hanging out on the grass, and you're like, those people are playing Pokemon Go, and it's awesome, honestly. Like you just like you didn't really realize like. So for us, we live in the tech world, and we're very informed on tech and games and all that. So like we're kind of in our own little bubble, right?
Yeah, this is everyone.
But yeah, like most people were just like, it was like, oh, like, well, what kind of games do you play? It's like, oh, I don't really play games. I mean, I hear that new Call of Duty's coming out. It looks pretty sick, man.
Hmm.
But no, this time it's like everyone is playing Pokemon Go. It's
Yeah,
phenomenal.
Yeah.
my girlfriend, someone related to my girlfriend, is an older woman who wanted to impress her grandchildren, and I was teaching her how to play Pokemon Go. It was kind of awesome. She's like, "Did you catch the Pokemons?" And I was like, "I'm not gonna correct your grammar. I'm just gonna say yes."
I'm just happy that you know what
I'm happy
Pokemon.
that you're excited about this thing.
I'm just happy you're not calling them Digimon. Yeah, honestly, I'm almost expecting my mom to text me asking how many Pokemon I caught. I mean, she's already surprised me by asking if I pre-ordered a Tesla, so we'll see.
Ask you, like, you have fucking money for that pre-order Tesla? It's like, you know how much money I have, Mom.
I think my mom was playing a cruel joke on me.
Okay.
But yeah, it's insane. Like, I mean, it's a very simple game, and
Yeah.
like the gaming community goes like, oh, like I remember leading up to the release of this game, you know, the beta and all that. People were like, this game sucks. There's no battles. And I guess that's irrelevant.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sucks. Like, Austin Walker at Vice Gaming wrote a thing. It's like, this game sucks, but it doesn't matter because it's popular as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like, yeah, it's kind of everywhere, and it doesn't matter that it sucks because it's a cultural fad right now.
Yeah, it's a cultural fad, and I think that sort of makes up for it, right?
Yeah.
Like you could literally talk to like anybody in your like anybody that's around your age and ask like, so how many Pokemon did you catch this weekend?
Mm-hmm.
And and then they'll actually answer you, and you could actually have something to talk about. Good water cooler talk, by the way.
I'm glad it's the old Pokemon and not like
Yes.
Garbodor or
Yes.
whatever.
It's like, oh, I caught an ice cream cone.
My favorite is Garbodor. He's literally a pile of garbage.
Wait. Are you serious? Is that
Google Garbodor, like phonetically, and
okay.
it's basically just like a green mass with a bunch of random items poking out of him. Like,
Oh my god.
he's just a pile of garbage Pokemon,
Yeah.
literally.
My friend has been texting me just like nonstop, making me super jealous because I actually haven't really been out this weekend, unfortunately.
Yeah.
'Cause I'm a shut in, but like my friend's just been texting me. He's like, oh, my Pokemon's up to like 800 CP. And I'm like, what?
I don't know what that means. I haven't
But
gotten
it's-
that far into the game with stuff like that, where it's just
I mean, I've been just catching Pokemon, but CP, I guess, is like the attack power of your Pokemon, like how strong they are.
Are people
Not
already
even level
min-maxing in this game?
And I think
it's
really
way
hard
too
to
fucking
min-max.
simple to
It's too simple to
min-max.
min max. Yeah, like I mean, sure, I guess you could drive to and from places, getting your Pokeballs, right? Because the way you replenish supplies is going to Pokestops, which are like little landmarks just
Yeah.
from ingress. My town actually has a surprising amount of them. You'll find like a good dozen or so in the downtown strip.
Yeah. Me and my girlfriend had a Pokemon Go date where we went to Placerville Main
That's
Street.
super cute
It
and
really
super fun.
It felt cute until we walked in the street and we found a corner of 10 people staring at their phones. Like, oh, we're not. This isn't a cool, unique thing we're doing. Fucking everyone.
That doesn't matter though. It's
And
still
then it became less cute when we just staring at our phones and like, oh, I got a Pokemon. Like, it's kind of cool, like, share that. Oh, I'm getting a Pokemon. Go you. But then there's no like challenge. You just fucking flick a Pokeball at a Pokemon, and then it's so unceremonious
uh-huh.
that it's just kind of like, oh. After
Well,
like the luster. Is that the word? A luster.
Yes.
Yeah.
I can't think of the expression, but you know what
I
I'm
know
talking
what you're talking
It
about.
starts to lose its shine real quick.
Yeah. No shinies. I haven't seen any shinies, by the way. No, I mean, I think you could find some good experiences out of it. I mean, like another thing is that it's like an excuse to go out.
Mm-hmm. I like that aspect.
Like my roommate's brother, said like that he rented out a boat to go out into the middle of the lake to catch a Snorlax or something. And like I mean, it got you to the point where you're willing to like rent out a boat and go out to the lake. And then I mean, even aside from the Pokemon, you just like hang out with your friends outside, right?
It's everyone keeps touting the social aspect of this game, but it's not. It's not me and 20 strangers are becoming friends talking about Pokemon. It's me and 20 strangers are standing next to each other.
Yeah.
And we just happen to like. It's also the same issue with MMOs, where your experience seems less unique because you see everyone else doing the same fucking quest that you are.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same thing. It's like, oh, this was going to be a cool thing we're doing, but literally everyone's doing it, so it
I mean,
seems less
well,
cool.
If they changed how Pokemon Go works, like how some MMOs work, if they force people to act together to, I don't know, say catch a group of Pokemon,
Yeah, that doesn't
it could
exist.
for some, socializing.
All the battles are asynchronous, where you
Yeah,
just
I
like
know.
go up to a gym,
a
which is a
gym, yeah. And if there were battles, like individual battles, it'd be a lot more social. I think you could,
yeah, that'd be fucking
like,
awesome.
it's
You like
like-
challenge people, like challenge someone near you or something like that.
just like get up on a pedestal, like, all right, guys, I have a
Fucking
1,000
fight me.
CP, yeah, like fight me, just like, and then have someone challenge you. That'd be pretty cool. I can imagine them adding that in the future. I mean,
With how popular this game is.
yeah, with how
Yeah.
popular it is, I think people are going to be clamoring for it. So, okay, so it's also a mobile game though, and you know how mobile games are, right, Taylor? You know,
Server wise?
no, in terms of
Monetization?
Oh, I
monetization.
haven't seen any of that. What is that?
So, I mean, like I said, you had supplies, right? You have Pokeballs, you have little poisons and potions and whatever. It looks like you could buy these if you with real money if you run out. So you don't have to go to Pokestops, I guess.
And
The
some of
Pokestops
them-
reset like every 8 minutes though.
Yeah, I
How
don't.
fucking pointless
it's a
it'd be to
non-issue.
buy shit.
It's a non-issue right now, but it's definitely there. I mean, just making note of it.
Yeah.
And some stuff, I believe, is locked behind premium stores.
Like what? Like Great Balls or?
No, I forgot, like, apparently some sort of, what do they call it? Aura or something? Basically, you
like
put spray-
incense. Incense.
Yeah.
I could check. I will go to the shop right now. I'm opening up the app. By the way, the app just drains battery. People like.
I'm sure it does.
I'm probably gonna buy an external battery pack because of this game.
Really?
Maybe this is all a ploy so that people will buy the new LG phone, which you could attach a battery to.
Swap batteries out. Yeah. Let's see here. Yeah, you could buy incense. You could buy lucky eggs, which I guess have a better chance of getting better Pokemon. Lure modules, egg incubators. Oh yeah, eggs are an interesting concept. It's actually, well, I mean, it's the same concept from the original Pokemon, but it's a lot more physical now, right?
Yeah, you have to walk a certain distance in order to make the egg hatch.
Uh-huh. My friends seem to have gotten around that by driving super slow.
Why does driving slow help?
Because I mean, if you go too fast, it doesn't count towards your walking distance.
I noticed that. I was in the car with my parents. I just kind of turned it on. It's like, there's just no stops or anything near me. It's kind of, I don't know if the game's glitched. The servers are fucked. Maybe
Well,
it just
it's not-
realized
it's
I was
not-
going, I wasn't walking 30 miles an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Said, hey, fuck you, dude. Play
Yeah.
the game.
Yeah, play the game right. I mean, that's fine. I don't even mind that. Let's see what else. What have you caught, Taylor? Just out of curiosity. Anything?
Oh,
What's your
it's-
coolest Pokemon?
There's so many fucking Weedles in Placerville. It's so bullshit.
Here, it's all Pidgeys and Paras.
What do I got? I don't even. I got a Squirtle on my keyboard. That was funny. I just opened the app. It's like, this is Squirtle. It's like, holy
Oh.
shit. He's been hanging out my keyboard this whole time.
I think it gives you starters, right?
Yeah, it
gives you
does.
starters,
But I
yeah.
didn't realize that.
Yeah,
Pokedex. What do you got? No, not Pokedex. Where do you look at my shit?
it is Pokedex.
Pokemon. Oh, Pokemon.
Oh, Pokemon.
I have like
Pokemon.
I have such lame garbage. I have two Zubats, 2 Pidgeys, a
my
Weedle, and
God.
2 Venonats.
Okay.
It's just really not great stuff.
Another side effect of this game is that all of my trips now take 50% longer, because instead of just me going out to the store, and then going home, it's like, go to the store. Oh, there's Pokemon here. Let's go catch some Pokemon while I'm here, and then it takes a while to get the Pokemon, and then like on Friday, my friend and I were coming back from the gym, and we were really tired, and we had wanted nothing more than to just go home and watch some Netflix or something, right? And then on our way back, I casually opened up the app, and I'm like, hey dude, I think there's a Growlithe nearby. And we spent an extra 20 minutes just looking for the Growlithe and catching it.
Is that fun?
It is. I like it. I think it's fun.
I didn't have any like experience of like exploring to find Pokemon. We just literally walked up Main Street, and then there was like I got those 8 Pokemon or whatever just walking up Main Street for 10 minutes.
You live near downtown Sac, though. I mean,
Yeah,
I
this
don't
is
know how good it
possible.
is there.
I haven't done anything in Sacramento. I might have it
Okay.
open when I go on my run tonight.
Oh,
and see how that
do
goes.
it, please.
See if my battery
Um,
dies immediately.
Yeah, I charge my phone so often now; it's ridiculous. On another side effect, I hope would be that phone manufacturers are finally going to be forced to make people, get good batteries because battery life has not improved on phones at all.
Sorry, I was looking at Pokestops in my area, and painting in Taco Bell is one of them.
Oh, nice.
Just a painting inside a Taco Bell is a monument.
That's good. That's good.
That's fucking.
Yeah, I get random grocery stores. I get grocery stores, and
it's not even just a Taco Bell. It's a specific painting in Taco Bell. It just looked like the generic Taco Bell art. I don't really know what was the big deal about it.
Some stores are intentionally using
Catering.
Pokemon Go as advertisements, like dropping lures at their stores.
That's pretty good, actually.
Yeah.
I like that. Like, although some places might not appreciate it, some places do.
One of the sorry, I'm just looking at all the monuments. One of them is decorative pole. It's just a small little pole that's painted. Way to go, Sacramento.
Well, I mean, it's the Ingress players that originally do it. It uses a lot of Ingress data.
Yeah,
Uh,
the beta testers.
Yeah. Thanks, guys. Yeah, one of my friends is played Ingress, so he was really
My dad's
excited.
an Ingress player.
Really
I
interesting.
refuse to talk to him about it because I don't want to support his habit.
Oh, is it costly?
I don't really know, but I just like it's such a weird thing for my dad to be into.
Yeah. Well, now the apple does not fall far from the tree, and now you're playing Pokemon Go. And my other friend when it first came out, he walked 2 miles and got lost looking for Pokemon.
oh my god.
I mean, that'd be a cooler experience, like exploring, but I didn't feel like I was exploring at all in my experience. I could definitely do it more.
If you do it longer, I think you'll find exploring. I mean, I was just running around campus when I was looking for that Growlithe, and I thought it was still pretty fun. Like, and especially when you have a friend with you, and you're like, oh, dude, I think it's nearby, and they're like, oh, I caught it, it's here. And your friend's like, where? Because I mean, it doesn't update immediately for everyone at the same time, right? I mean, there's a little bit of delay just because of how servers work.
Yeah, the really lame thing with my girlfriend is she had her phone out, I had mine in my pocket, and she was like, oh, there's a Pokemon. So then I had to open my phone, open my app, and then get the Pokemon. I didn't have to have my phone out at the same time.
No,
I really made it the worst experience for myself, I guess.
Oh my gosh!
Like, I didn't actually play anything.
I think when my brother was driving, I was double phoning it. My brother took me to Costco and the other day, yesterday actually, and I was double phoning it on the way there. I was trying to catch two Pokemon at once. It was hard. He got a Furo and I didn't, and I was a little bit salty about that. Because I was focusing on his phone and not mine. Okay, yeah. So Pokemon Go, super fun in my opinion.
Final question about Pokemon Go.
Yes.
Can you do anything with the Pokemon you catch?
You could train them, evolve them, use them in gyms to fight other Pokemon.
But not-
how's
not
the
much.
combat like in gyms?
It's a fucking quick time event.
Oh,
It sucks.
so nothing like the Pokemon games, which
No,
are
it
simple enough.
does 0% to capture the spirit of Pokemon, which is my issue with it.
No.
Hopefully they do some reworks.
Did you see this picture? The picture from our mutual friend Wheeler Taylor.
No.
It's a picture of the American River, and the caption is "Photo courtesy of Pokemon Go." So someone's exploring.
That's fun.
Also, there's like picture. You can take pictures with it, and you see a lot of people posing with their Pokemon.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, my friends in Santa Barbara live in a college town. It's fucking lit in a fire in that town. It's just like a 10 by 10 radius of just college kids. So it's like the perfect experience for them.
I mean, I guess you could call my town similar, but yeah, you see a lot of people out on the streets now. My barber was just remarking. She was like, "Oh, I've just noticed like an uptick of like of 100% more people in down like walking around now."
Mm-hmm.
I think it's good. I like just like not like even societally, like it'll kind of encourage safer streets.
I love the impact that it's had. I
Yes.
don't think the game warrants it at all. That is really my thoughts.
Really,
about it.
like you don't like the game that much at all, or
There's not
No.
much to the game. It's
I
really
suppose the
just-
social part is okay. I would agree that the game itself is not much to write home about, but I think the social aspect does definitely make up for it.
But from what Taylor and you said, there's no real social aspect. Everyone's in groups, but they're completely separated.
Yes, but
I got over the fun social aspect of it really quick.
okay.
I
I'm
was like,
still,
oh,
I'm
it's
still
cool.
there.
We caught a Pokemon. And you go, oh.
I'm still there because I have nothing to do in this town, so I just like, oh, I have an excuse to do something now, an excuse to go out.
I think that just speaks about your town instead of the game.
I don't want to talk about it. Well, technically, I am. I don't know. It's just really interesting. College campuses are pretty cool to hang around. To,
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
yeah. So yeah, that's Pokemon Go. I think that's a good. I'm curious to see what else happens because of it. Because I mean, you've heard a couple stories already where that one girl stumbled upon a dead body. And then there's been reports of robberies, people setting incense and then luring not only Pokemon but people. I think
So that's
is
the best thing from it, as far as I'm concerned.
no,
It's
I think that
stories like
story that story is a story that my mom would print out at work and bring home as evidence that
You
a
should
country is in
believe,
decline. Yes, yeah. So I remain skeptical about that one.
Yeah.
I've heard stories of people using it for drug deals.
Wow. What does that mean?
Incense, man, incense. Follow the incense.
Is that's secretive?
I
I
guess.
mean,
I
everyone
mean,
would be
like
going
anyone
to
could
that.
see it.
Yeah.
I guess if it becomes a cultural norm, or to the point where all the drug dealers are at incense locations, then the police will start hanging around, keeping us safe while we catch our Pokemon, I guess. So yeah, I think that's about it. All I have to say about Pokemon Go. I'm still having fun. Taylor may not be, but
I might try it out.
I'd give it a shot.
Well, I want to make. I don't know if we. I want to make a transition that I thought of like earlier.
Do it.
So Pokemon Go, we played outside, but
Yes,
James and I also played inside.
I did play inside. Everyone was playing out. Pokemon Go outside. I remained inside playing inside. Yeah, so Inside released Friday, I want to say.
Something like that.
I picked it up over the weekend. It's a short game.
4 hours.
Under 4
Experience.
hours, yes. And under 4 hours in my experience, even with some of there's a couple frustrating parts of the game. So yeah, what do you want to talk about?
It is hard to talk about this game without spoiling everything.
So I guess right now we'll do a spoiler alert for the next 20 minutes.
I don't know if Max
Or do you want to talk
is
about it
interested in this game
later?
at all. We can talk about it later.
Okay, we'll talk about
it's
it
okay.
later.
I'm sorry for making the best transition in the world, only
it's
to
okay.
run away from it immediately.
It's okay. It's okay. Did you see the game last night? Did you see that ludicrous display last night, Taylor?
I did not. I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, I told you already that I retired from the CS:GO scene. I've retired. I decided I was too good for that game, and I retired.
Clearly not.
But I do like to tune in for the major tournaments. So actually, looks like yesterday Team Liquid actually beat Fnatic in a 2-0 to get to the finals of the latest tournament.
Okay.
Only to get crushed by the Brazilians from SK Gaming. So, yeah, that happened. That was pretty cool to watch the semifinals. It was very, very interesting. The casters are really funny because it was James. Oh, it was
DDK.
DDK and James Bardoff. And
Are you afraid to say Black DDK?
everyone calls him Black DDK. I just forgot. I forgot what they call him again. So I swear.
You said
It's not.
you spent so much time coming up with his name. Like James doesn't want to say Black DDK.
I swear, I'm not being super PC about it. I was trying to find the name. But his casting was really hilarious because I think one of the snipers was trying to find someone and he couldn't find him even though he was right in front of him. And then James was like, "What's he doing? What is he what's wrong with his screen? Is he playing on a Game Boy, Dan?" Just the things he said was hilarious. But yeah, anyways, there's some pretty cool shots. But that's just esports news. Esports. We don't really talk about esports anymore.
Oh, it's because I don't care about esports anymore. And I was the only other person. I guess Max followed it too, didn't he? A little bit.
Smash.
Didn't you?
Well,
I follow Smash.
I haven't followed Smash in a while, but I'm still following
Yeah,
esports stuff, kinda.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I watched the occasional CS:GO match. I wonder how the Overwatch competitive community is gonna come out.
I don't care. Like, I just it's too volatile for me to even try and dip my toe into that competitive stuff.
Oh yeah, speaking of which, Overwatch competitive was released last week.
Oh yeah, we can talk about
Yeah,
that.
yeah. Have you tried it yet?
No.
Yes.
Is it as
Is it as what?
Is it as
Broken?
toxic as I expect it to be?
It is not full on other first person shooter toxic, but it was surprising because that game is very, very nice to you.
Mm-hmm.
That the competitive community got a little bit more angry than usual, but it was like totally mild compared to any other game.
Even CS:GO.
Absolutely, it's
boy.
pretty good experience.
Interesting.
But the ranking is weird itself. Like for the placement matches, I went like 7-3,
Okay.
which is really good, I think.
Okay. Yeah, that's better than what I did in the.
And the ranking is 1 to 100, which is 100 being the best, 1 being the worst. I got 53, being ranked after going 7-3. I don't know how.
I assume you're playing with people that are already ranked as well sometimes. So
I don't know.
So
it's just kind of weird to like, oh, you went 7-3. Well, you're middle of the road almost exactly.
well,
I don't really know how that
I mean,
works.
technically, that's how. I mean, that does technically make sense because while
C average.
C average, and then but at the same time, average just
C average doesn't work for winning and losing sports. It's
So no, the score, the amount of the games you win is based on an academic grading curve, while the rank distribution is based on a bell curve.
Wow.
Yeah, little statistics for you. Not really. I haven't dipped my toes into it. I am absolutely terrified of playing competitive Overwatch.
It's nice because people try,
People try.
Well, it depends on your ranking,
I guess.
competitive ranking. I've heard that the mid 50s are where you get the mix of terrible players and good players, and you have to get out of the 50s to be with people who actually play the objective.
Yeah, I mean, I have people play objective, but it's like it's always funny at the beginning of every single game. I'm like 52 or something right now, but
Uh-huh.
at the beginning of every single game, everyone's like, "Do you have a mic?" Yep, and everyone says, "Yeah, I have a mic," and then no one talks the rest of the game.
Yeah, that's true. I noticed that. Similar in Battlefield, I think too. People like in Battlefield 3, people were clamoring for voice chat on PC, and then they added in Battlefield 4, and no one talked.
Yeah.
I mean, like I heard it's a mess in terms of just matchmaking and people leaving and losing your rank real quick. So
Yeah.
I'm waiting for those issues to be sorted out.
I've had minimal issues.
Yeah, actually, a funny story comes out of this. Actually, even though I wasn't playing competitive, I was playing quick play, right, which is the casual mode. And I mean, I guess you could argue that casual mode has sort of kind of digressed into just a complete crap show in terms of like people playing the objective and not. But I think I was playing with King of the Hill, and then some guy started berating us about like, guys, why are you guys not affecting the objective? Like he was like talking to us on voice chat, and then like I was just trying to play a random hero that I didn't have a lot of time on, right? And unfortunately, the heroes I don't have a lot of time on are the heroes that people seem to hate the most. So Genji and Hanzo, I have the least time on, but I want to try to play them, and then so people they get mad at me, right? But like some guy was being saved me because he was so nice. Because like the guy was trying to rant about how I was like, you guys, you should be playing the objective, and then this guy just interrupts me. He's like, shh, 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 shh. No, don't worry, my love, this all will be well. And he's playing Symmetra on King of the Hill, which is questionable at best. and the guy started being more angry. He's like, no, this is you guys should be playing the objective. And I'm like the guy just politely says like, if you really wanted to play the objective, you should just play competitive mode. This is casual mode. This is for having fun.
You have that divergence for angry people.
This is for this casual mode is for having fun. Quick play is for having fun. And then the guy's like, well, I'm not casually having any fun right now.
You sound like a fucking piece of shit.
And I think he realized what he just said because he left right after he said that. Like, I think he realized the irony of what he just said, so he left. I was really happy. I was really happy with that interaction. We lost, but I was a little bit happier. Max and I have found like a very interesting power in our when we play together.
Power?
Well, I would say so because sometimes people will double up on heroes, right?
Mm-hmm.
But if you queue with just one other person, Max and I just all right, you know what? If two people just happen to stack heroes, we'll stack, and then suddenly you have 4 out of 6 people playing the same hero, and usually by that point, I think that the other players tend to get the idea, and they kind of play with the joke. I mean, I've won a few rounds.
Like the 6-man Reaper. Jesus,
Six-man
Christ,
Reaper was
insane.
pretty fun. We won a payload match with 6-man Reaper.
Mm-hmm.
I played all Zarya. I played with all Zaryas today, actually.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
pretty difficult to fight.
Yeah. Yeah. So, anyways, Overwatch competitive is I'll check it out. I wanna play with you guys. I'll queue up.
Yeah, we haven't done
Yeah,
that.
we haven't done
Yeah.
that yet. We should try
I'm
that.
not gonna play comp until we do that.
Yeah, we'll try to get a group going.
Right.
Taylor, do you remember Overwatch? No, of course you remember.
I do.
Overwatch. Do you remember Evolve? Do you remember Evolve?
My favorite beta or alpha.
Yeah, it was a fun beta. One of my favorite moments was our buddy Luciano playing in the TeamSpeak chat. Autobots, roll out every time, and it was entertaining every time, at least in my opinion. That game has significantly dropped in players since we last spoke. I think at one point it was topping at around 132, 137.
Peak.
That's a bummer. That sucks so bad.
Yeah, and Gearbox knew it sucked too. So looks like they.
Gearbox.
No, I don't think it's Gearbox.
Well, they're the publishers.
Turtle Rock.
Well, they're the publishers.
2K is the publisher.
Oh, 2K is the publisher. Oh, you're right. Turtle Rock. Oh, my bad. Anyways, they made Evolve free to play.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think this is a good move?
Well, considering the numbers,
What other option do they have?
there are more people playing now than the game has ever seen.
Like, what's the free-to-play model they're going with? Is it just like
You
mon-
could
is
unlock
it
any
characters?
You could unlock everything and anything, including cosmetics, for free. But if you pay, you get the stuff faster. That's kind of how it works. And the amount of free currency you get per game isn't that bad, though it might change after the first month, since they're testing the waters right now. It's not half bad, so you could get what you want.
Oh, it's already out?
Yeah, yeah. You can download it right now if you want.
Like weekend.
Intriguing.
Yeah. I'll also on our list of games to play as a group.
Yep.
I want to roll out again.
Yep.
So, I mean, I think this is a good idea because I mean, again, I think I said this already, but like if you are establishing a new IP as a multiplayer game, you need to either A, have a single player to back it up in case multiplayer drops, right? Or B, make it free to play.
Well, unless you're
Blizzard.
Unless you're Blizzard.
Yeah.
If you're Blizzard, don't listen to our advice. You don't need any.
You have money.
advice.
You have money. You're fine.
Blizzard's name alone is enough to get sales.
Yeah. Okay. Couple more things. TF2 competitive mode got released. Released this week. I don't know who plays TF2 anymore. Especially
A lot of people.
A lot of people. A lot of people sticking to their guns, I guess. And their hats.
Most people who are
Sticking to
regular
their
TF2
hats.
players never left. They don't like Overwatch.
Yeah. They're the people who don't like change, right?
Well, I mean, you could get changed by selling hats.
There we go.
Because that economy is fucking tanked.
I mean, they literally just added like a CS:GO skin system, like with
Yeah.
weapon skins. Which I don't know how that works because there's so many weapons in TF2.
There's a shit ton.
But yeah, I guess there's a competitive mode out. I haven't tried it yet. I don't know if I'll ever will because I'm just playing Overwatch now.
Yep.
But yeah. Going down our list. Speaking of CS:GO, I was gonna talk about it earlier, but I forgot. But there's been a scandal. I mean, have you seen the H3H3 video, Taylor?
No, but I've just heard about this from podcasts and stuff.
I swear, I think I've ranted about this so many times, but the CS:GO community has devolved into nothing but memes and drama. It's horrible.
I mean, this is more than just like drama. This is like actual fraud.
Yeah.
Yes, legal fraud. So yeah, so like it looks like some big streamer, was like making his own gambling site, which is already shady, and then not disclosing it while kind of posting videos about how he's winning so much money off of this gambling website. Very
And
shady.
recommending people to go to it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That he owns.
that he owns. Yeah, hey guys,
It's like
shameless
Yeah,
promotion. That's fine.
it's like pretty terrible because it's like the majority of people that are betting on this stuff is
Kids.
like teens
Yeah.
and kids,
Yeah.
and it's really easy. Like it's really shitty to like fraud kids because kids are idiots.
Not to
They're just gonna spend
mention,
thousands of their parents' money.
not to mention the guy's channel's mostly Call of Duty stuff, and they never experienced the whole gambling risk that comes with CS:GO and such.
Yeah, it was T Martin and Syndicate, which is really funny because T Martin's been around since Call of Duty Black Ops,
Yeah.
and I fucking hated him then.
Now you only hate him more.
Yeah, now I have a legitimate reason to not like him.
Nice. Very good. Yeah, I mean, I'm not super involved with being this YouTube celebrityism and all that. So it's very interesting to be sure. And there's been some lawsuits going out too. So
Yep.
I'm curious to see where those will go. And
Yeah, people are suing Valve.
What? But Valve doesn't have any direct impact.
Yeah, this is like super gray market.
Mhm.
This is nothing on their market.
yeah, I mean,
well,
I heard that suing Valve is like suing the U.S. government for printing money that's used in drug transactions.
it pretty much sounds
Yeah.
like it.
I think there's some talk about like people saying like outlaw Bitcoin because it's used in drug transactions. So it's not out of the question. Bitcoin, I believe, is taxed now. By the way,
Is it?
I believe so.
Is it possible to even tax something that fluctuates so rapidly?
You have to report all your income. So I guess if it
Yeah, I
includes
suppose.
Bitcoin, even illegal transactions, I believe you have to report to the IRS.
Wait.
No,
Wait,
no, that's no way.
I mean,
You say you have to,
I
but it's
mean,
illegal.
I mean,
so you're not gonna
legally
fucking
speaking-
do it.
do that, then what's the
You're
point
gonna
of
say, "Oh, wait a minute."
Legally speaking, it's yeah. Anyways, I mean, I wonder what like Valve is going to do about this because I mean, like regardless of like microtransactions and all that, the skins economy is kind of ridiculous at this point.
Yeah.
I hesitate. I kind of wonder what's up their sleeve.
maybe nothing? Because a lot of people play CS:GO just for the skins.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, I don't know if Valve even wants to do that anymore. I mean, I guess at this point they've kind of evolved from being a game company for like because they like games and more like, oh no, we just like me, JK.
I mean, it does look like it. And
They do like money.
Yeah.
And going back to the scandal, I'm pretty sure T. Martin's lawsuits are gonna get worse because I don't know if you've heard, but he did upload an apology video with sad music, and it was taken down because his lawyer said that was, what was it? That he was openly accepting that he was scamming people,
Oh.
and that is exactly what you don't want to do
That's-
in the legal system.
His lawyer is like, "You're not gonna give me much of a job if you tell people that."
Yeah. He screwed himself over double time.
This is fun.
Okay, so YouTube people are just people who just made videos on
Yeah.
YouTube and then eventually became popular
Right,
and
and they don't know
famous.
how to.
So they don't realize they probably didn't realize how fucked up they were being because I'm just an average Joe
Trying to-
who happens to have
That's
a,
my job.
a
That's my job,
following.
right? Yeah.
Yeah, and like I'm sure he knew it was wrong, but not like
Not
know.
to the extent.
it's I don't know how people can just be that corrupt on their own without having like not realizing their own power.
It's not really
as-
corruption in a way. It's more of just naivety because he makes money making videos of him playing video games. That's really, I'm sure that that's kind of insulting all Let's Players, but that is his job, and that.
I mean, selling get rich quick schemes to teenagers is in a thing that you already own is pretty corrupt.
Yeah, I can't argue against that.
No, it's crazy.
It's a bummer, and it's gotten past video game news because
Legal.
it's FTC is going to get involved and shit like that. So.
It's already in the mainstream news.
I wonder what the FTC's involvement will set as in terms of precedent. Like, will they actually start looking at the skin market itself and like start looking at microtransactions as a whole?
Online gambling, they're gonna fucking have to crack down on that.
Yeah,
is really how it's gotta end up.
Is Valve's market economy, like is there something legally flawed with it? I would imagine no.
Not with their end of it.
No, like I'm pretty sure they were very careful about about setting up their market, but who knows?
True, but their market is also banned in some countries.
I think their market's fucked also, but maybe legally.
If the FTC really cracks down on it and they really want to get rid of any chances of more scandals, then the Steam market, or at least the gray markets attached to it, might be screwed.
Yeah. Okay.
Good times.
Good times. I think that's about it in terms of the crazy news I've had this week. I think. On a more sober note, first death from Tesla's autopilot was reported a couple weeks ago.
Oh.
So
really, what happened?
So I think. Crap! It's been so long since I read this, but a driver was using autopilot, and a big rig, I believe, turned the Tesla. Like what happened was like it had to do with a lot with the cameras because it was like heading towards the sunset, right? So the sun's facing the cameras, and then a big rig, a white big rig, kind of like got in the way of the camera or like got in the way of the car. So the car just kind of like just ran straight into the big rig, into the white big rig.
Uh-huh.
So I mean, Tesla's pretty. They're trying to be legally wash their hands of it by they have that disclaimer every time you boot up the car, and you're supposed to you're supposed to just pay attention at the at the wheel, right, the entire time. The driver should have avoided this, unfortunately. And this, I mean, there's a lot of speculation going on, but what was found was a DVD player, was a portable DVD player playing a movie, which sets up a lot of implications, right?
Yeah.
Very unfortunate. I don't know if we talked about this before though. When what happens when self-driving cars finally kill someone? It happened a little bit sooner than I thought. I'll admit, but this does I just wonder what happened. Tesla's got to be very careful, for sure.
Maybe they'll, I don't know, make it so that the autopilot doesn't work unless you still have your hands on the wheels. I mean, that kind of defeats some of the purpose, but how is the machine supposed to...
Max. They're going to make gloves that simulate, putting your hand on the wheel, and then you can just put them there, and they'll stick to the wheel for you.
So what are they going to do? Put a camera inside the car that sees whether or not you're paying attention? Because that would break a lot of privacy laws.
I don't know.
I mean, they have to do something. Otherwise, people are going to justify texting while driving even more.
Yeah. Or playing Pokemon Go while driving.
No, that's totally fine, man. You got to catch that Pokemon.
You got to catch them all.
And that's
no exceptions.
Yeah. And no, the solution to that is have your friend hold your phone for you. I've done this twice now.
Yeah.
Do you guys have any other big news out this week?
Any other big news?
No. For the last 3 weeks.
Last 3 weeks, even. I know Elon Musk is in talks in buying Solar City. I think Ravenstorm mentioned it, but he was wrong in the sense that Elon Musk owns Solar City. It is as a matter of fact, it's one of his cousins that owns it. So, yeah. I think that's it for me in terms of news. I don't know if do you have anything, Taylor? Anything interesting you want to talk about that's happened recently?
Not that I can think
Okay. Okay, so I guess we'll start getting into it in what we've been checking out. So I'll start real quick because I have a bit of I have something to talk about, kind of important. I keep getting into alphas, Taylor. They don't stop
Yeah.
sending me them.
It's because you're a very popular online podcast.
Yes, that is the reason. Yeah, I got slipped into the Battlefield 1 alpha this past week. Bad week for me, it turns out. I had an exam this week, and they decided to drop the BF1 alpha. I'm like, come on, guys. Could have done it last week, but they didn't do it. So I picked it up, and I was gonna name this episode James Breaks NDA again, but I can't because they dropped the NDA on the alpha. I was gonna break it again like I did for Battlefront. No, that wasn't the case. So yeah, Battlefield 1 it's still Battlefield. Don't worry, guys. If you thought that Battlefront was going to negatively influence Battlefield, that's not the case. I know people were worried about automatic weapons. Automatic weapons, but instead of everybody being able to use automatic weapons, only 2 classes are allowed to use automatic weapons. So I call that a plus. I mean, it's not everyone uses bolt actions like it was before, and Taylor, before you ask, it's not gross trench warfare 24/7.
Yeah, I've seen enough of it to know that.
It's pretty much Battlefield. But like they add, like, the environments are World War One-ish enough to the point where, like, okay, I'm in World War One, sure.
Yeah.
Like, going into buildings, they look very World War One, and the destruction actually is something that really just surprised me. It's like Battlefield Bad Company 2 status, where just everything,
like full on,
everything just crumbles and breaks, and it's glorious. And the buildings break really spectacularly too, because I remember in Battlefield, if like a building decides to collapse, you die before you can even get out. Not because anything fell on you, but because you couldn't get out, but because the building collapsed. This time you actually have a chance to get out before the building collapses. In terms of gunplay, the gunplay is very actually, this is the first game, I would say, that has good representation of submachine guns. Like, they're really inaccurate at long range. They're only really good like 1 to 2 feet in front of you, or so, and it feels really good to use. Like, the spread is ridiculous.
I've heard that the machine guns, though, they start inaccurate, and the longer you hold down the fire button, they get more accurate.
I haven't been able to test that quite yet. I know that if you are using a bipod, it's a lot more helpful. And the bipod isn't annoying anymore. There's no like separate animation. It just kind of automatically deploys when you crouch or whatever. And it's very seamless. Oh yeah, cool thing is the RPGs, you can't just like run around with RPGs and shoot them wherever you want. You have to mount them onto something. You have to deploy your bipod on the RPG to use it, because like that's how anti-tank guns worked back then. There's a charge maneuver, if you're sprinting and you hold down the melee button, you do like a World War One charge with your gun, and you can only go in like a straight line.
So you mean a bayonet charge?
Yes, a bayonet charge. You like hold your gun in front of you. There's gas masks. The interesting thing about those is that you could put them on whenever you want, but you cannot aim down your sights when you put them on. I guess it would get in the way of your optics. I don't know.
And how do the optics look? Do they look kind of like Metro or?
Optics. You know what? That's something that kind of annoyed me about it. Like, I wanted it to be mostly iron sights, right? But they keep adding scopes. They keep adding like scopes to the guns. I mean, they're analog optical scopes, but like, it's not what I'd like. It's not what I prefer. I would prefer just hard iron sights. And like, they even add like some light light scopes. It looks like a red dot sight, except it's like a little circle with glass.
That stuff wasn't around back
It
then.
was probably because I know Dice does their
But
research.
It wouldn't be prominent.
No, it would not.
Not then again.
None of the guns were particularly prominent except swords and shovels.
And well, the single shot rifles.
Not for the Russians. They didn't have guns either.
Well, no. They had guns like one gun for every 5 people and 1 bullet for every 10 people or something like that back then.
Yeah. No, they pair. I think the trope was that you would pair one man has a gun, one man has the ammo.
I know that was World War II. I don't know
That's
about
what it
World
was.
War
Okay.
One.
Yeah. So I mean, really interesting thing about the aircraft and vehicles is that there's an animation for getting into vehicles now. So you can't just like if you're in a firefight by a vehicle, you can't just escape by getting into the vehicle. There's like an animation for getting in now, which you could get shot out of.
Does airjacking happen then with the animation? Is it like really
What do you
janky?
mean?
Like jump out of your own airplane and jump in someone else's in the air? Is there like a weird
Ooh,
animation?
I haven't
for
tried
that?
that. I mean, unfortunately, I'm not that good. I can't try that. I haven't. I know what getting out of the vehicle is seamless. It's not seamless, but it's like instant. Getting in is a different story though, because I guess people were having
Yeah. Just don't know if there would be an animation for that in the air. So just if it's not possible because there's animation.
I wonder. Yeah. I think when you're field of view wise, the vehicle is in your view the entire time. So I would imagine it's like the same thing. At the same time, it's not like in Battlefield 3 where you could like run. You don't get into the plane in the first place. You spawn as the airplane. Yeah, but in terms of like the airplanes, they're really hard to maneuver. Like they're super slow and kind of clunky, which I guess was their point. But the cool thing is that you could repair your plane, but you can't. But you lose control of it for a certain amount of time before you could repair it. So it's kind of like your pilot is getting out of his seat and screwing something in. He's got his hands off the controls.
Yeah.
I thought that was kind of clever. What else? The losing enemy team gets a blimp. I don't know if it's map exclusive, but it is user controllable.
As a rubber band method?
Yes.
Make it more fair.
Which I don't really care for, to be honest.
How much of an effect does it have?
I did lose a game where the enemy team had a blimp, so I would assume it might have an effect. Huh. I haven't, but most of the time the winning team wins. So,
what can you do with the blimp?
There's like turrets on it. You could spawn from the air. I guess that would be a really big thing. You could drop bombs.
Do you have parachutes?
You do have parachutes, so if you deploy from the blimp, you could jump out.
Is dropping bombs like they are in World War I, where you just threw like grenades out of your airplane?
Yeah, basically. It's pretty cool. Yeah, it doesn't lock on. No lock-ons. Let's see here. What else? There's a couple more things that I wanted to talk about. There's I think you could open doors now. Pretty innovative on Dice's part.
No one else has thought of that.
No one. Oh man, there's one more thing that I thought that was just pretty cool, but I might have to get back to it.
Tanks?
Tanks are interesting.
I've heard they're squishy now.
They're a little squishier, yeah. You have a lot better chance of killing the tanks than you did before, but they have smaller tanks and larger tanks.
Okay.
So a lot like the older Battlefields too, as well. So the animation for deploying is really cool. If you die, you could call for medics, or you could not call for medics.
How can you call for medics if you die?
When you die, you press a button and it calls for medics, and it alerts medics. Okay. There's someone dying next to you. Crap. What else? That's yes. The pilot class. It's a sort of a hidden class. You only get the pilot class when you spawn as a plane. So like if you're using a plane and you decide, I want to bail, you're gonna spend the rest of your life as a pilot, and you have weak guns, which I think is pretty cool.
I've heard that everyone turns into pilot class, so one day get into a plane.
I think that.
Not the spawn.
I mean, I don't, because you spawn as a plane. There's not much of getting into a plane in the first place.
Okay, so
I mean, I haven't tried it myself.
all right.
Any other questions you guys have for me for like, in terms of like what Battlefield 1 is like?
So gameplay was compared to modern Battlefields like Battlefield 4. Would you say it's pretty much more the same, but with a new skin?
Yes. I mean, yeah, I would say so. I think you feel a little bit more vulnerable. I think, just because of the nature of the environments, and there's not as much verticality like there was in Battlefield 4, which I actually kind of miss now.
Well, I mean, it's more like Bad Company then, with the lack of verticality.
Mm-hmm.
And how's the weather effects? I've heard the weather changes.
Oh, the
mid-game.
weather effects are actually pretty freaking dope because they actually do affect how you play. Because I mean, a lot of people, a lot of games like to tell, this will affect Levolution. Everyone remembers Levolution from Battlefield 4,
Mhm.
right? Like, oh, the building's collapsed now. Now I have to, the flag looks a little different. Okay, this one it's cool because the fog is like, I like the fog because it helps with my frame rate. but it also does affect your visibility a lot, and it's really, really hard to see through the fog sometimes.
Right.
Rain is meh. It looks cool, I guess. A little bit harder to see.
It does make the guns seem more realistic from the footage I've seen.
I suppose so. No jamming. That'd be bad.
It would be realistic, but yeah, Battlefield's not about realism anymore.
Even Red Orchestra 2, which is a lot more realistic than Battlefield, does not have jamming.
I guess they would consider jamming to be too much of a hassle and takes the agency away from players, which is one of the few rules one should not break.
Right. Which is why a lot of people hate Mei from Overwatch, because she takes away control from the players by freezing them. They're helpless.
I was trying to make a pun. I can't get a pun in there.
Oh, you already made one, but you didn't. Never mind. No.
Made.
God, that's the worst. It's so bad.
Yep.
Okay, that's it for Battlefield for me. I played a little bit of El's Heartbreak. I don't know if you heard of it.
No, wait, what?
It's not too old, but it's pretty recent. But it's a little older. It's like a few months old, I think, if not older. Might have been last year. Never mind. But it's looks like a kind of like a exploration, narrative driven game. I haven't delved in too much into it yet, but you click. It's like a adventure game where you click to interact with things. Point and click.
Wait, what game is this?
El's Heartbreak.
L.
El's Heart dot break, and then break has parentheses at the end, like a C++ function.
Huh.
Yeah,
Right.
I haven't really looked at it too much. But I played a lot of Inside. I played all of Inside, actually. Taylor, did you play Inside? Did you play all of Inside?
I played all of Inside.
What did you think?
I don't have time to talk about all of Inside
Oh,
right now.
that's right.
I have to leave in like 5 minutes
Okay.
for,
Okay.
for a break.
Oh, right.
so-
Max. Before we go on our break, anything?
What have I been doing?
What have you been doing?
Rethinking how I should work on my channel because I don't want to play hard games for the rest of my life.
That sounds
Or-
okay.
Yeah. Looking more at indie games and crappy old games like, what was the name of that? Judge Dredd.
Judge Dredd.
But besides that, nothing new. Not really.
Okay. I mean, indie games are really, really great to play because they're cheap and they're pretty easily digestible. So
Yeah.
Delicious.
very good. Yeah.
And nutritious.
Low carb. All right.
Gluten free.
Yeah. Okay. So that's it for this segment of the podcast. We're going on.
I have a VR job.
Oh yes, Taylor.
Oh yeah.
I haven't done it yet, but I just want to talk. I just want
Yes.
to
Yeah,
talk about
give
it
us a
after playing
rundown.
the
Give us a
Vive.
rundown.
I can do this for like 5 minutes. So, it's like a kiosk at the Galleria Mall in Roseville, California. where it's like there's two setups on with the room scale, Vive, VR, and I played some. They love to call them experiences because the word game sounds scary to people who don't play games, so they use VR experiences. It's called let's see, I think the website is vrlab.rocks is the name is our website. There's like nothing on it at all, but it's called VR Lab, and I played the Lab, which is the Valve thing from.
Oh, I haven't tried that. How was it?
And I played a couple of the experiences. I'm gonna be on brand as fuck. But the one that blew my mind the most was it's like photogrammetry.
Photogrammetry,
that,
yes.
Where it's the photogrammetry, yes, where it's like this is a real mountain. You are on this real mountain, and you can teleport around and look around. It was like the best view ever. Even though the textures looked kind of shitty, it's still to stay more on brand. The presence I absolutely felt presence. I looked over a cliff and I was like, I'm going to fall off this cliff.
Did you get vertigo? Did you get vertigo from it?
I got
That's awesome.
And it was awesome. Even my cursor, the cursor to teleport. Even the cursor went over the ledge. I'm like, oh god, don't I can't go over there. And it was awesome. And I played just a couple other small stuff. But my job there is gonna be like a video game sommelier, which is like try and find the right experience for the customer, and just set that up and monitor both systems.
I got a VR guy. Don't worry, he can hook you up.
Yeah, exactly. That is now my third part-time job.
That's really cool. You're busy now, huh?
Oh yeah, money. That's all I need.
It's pretty great. It's pretty great.
Yeah,
that's really cool. So you can afford that VR headset, right?
No,
Still can't.
I mean, they're expensive, and
I technically could. Oh, the fire department's here. Sorry.
Ooh, come for your mixtape.
VR is too hot.
I can't believe this was just a concept we were talking about a few months ago, and now
I'm telling you, industry leaders are listening to our podcast and just taking all of our ideas.
My boss plays Overwatch.
That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. That's a pretty cool boss to have. Anything? Okay, that's pretty cool. I mean, okay, so you haven't done anything yet. You haven't started too much.
Nope, haven't started at all.
Cool. So I guess
we're trained and all. Really, I'm hired. I swear.
Yeah, don't worry. Okay, so I guess without further ado, we're going on a quick break. Thanks, Max, for stopping by and taking time out to podcast with us.
We come back inside spoiler
after
cast,
this break. Spoiler cast for Inside,
which will be several seconds for the listener and several minutes for the.
Yeah. I guess this is a good time for us to thank our sponsors. Thank you. Not.
Thank you to my job.
Yeah, right. For sponsoring.
Go to audible.com for free.
We don't even know it, but we probably are sponsored by Audible. They just accidentally sponsor every podcast in their sleep at this point. Even if you don't know who we are.
Who do they not sponsor?
Squarespace. You gotta get
Squarespace, Casper, Blue Apron.
Oh, that's a good one.
I don't even know these.
Blue Apron's really.
You should listen to a podcast.
Blue Apron's a really interesting one though, because
Crunchyroll.
Crunchyroll. Ooh. Gotta get our target demographic going, dude. It's weeaboos, right? Who don't have time to make their own meals. They read a lot and they need a new mattress.
Well, Blue Apron, you actually do make your own meal.
Well, no, James. They do, but they don't have time to go shopping for them.
I know their entire fucking sales pitch because I listened to 30,000 podcasts. I've heard everyone's take on it.
I know
Everyone make the same goddamn jokes.
took a Blue Apron podcast, but Blue Apron can plug once. But mostly they've been just Casper and Squarespace, I think. And I think another one, which is something for your car. I forget. Anyways, all right. Thank you for listening. If you want to check out this week's intro and outro, his Grant Webster's SoundCloud link is in the video description. You can check out his other tunes there. If you want to follow us on Twitter, you can follow me at the James Lee, Taylor at T Kelsey, and I think that's it actually. Without further ado, thank you for listening. On behalf of Taylor, Max, and myself, we'll see you next time.